Yes, it's 2024. You're looking to having a great year this year, but you're still falling in some of these bad habits that's plagued you for the last 2 to 3 years. You said this year's going to be your year. It's 2024. We're in February now, almost March. What are you doing to cast off these bad habits that are stopping you from doing what you said you wanted to do the most? Don't worry, I'm here. My name is Tobin, and I want to at least give you some advice on how to cut some bad habits and maybe why you are falling into these bad habits even in the first place. Like, we all know bad habits are bad, and people always tell you to cut the bad habits out if you want to be successful, but never tell you how or why you do them in the first place. Don't worry, I'm here to help you. Here are some steps that I believe that are easy and attainable for you to help break those bad habits. First, identify the bad habit. You may desire to define the actual concrete behavior that you want to change. Sure, you know what smoking is bad for you, but do you know what are doable solutions? You may want to switch to nicotine pouches or other kind of alternatives helps. I know there's Zens, I know there's caffeine pouches. Some people just kind of want that little fix that is holding them back, or perhaps you may just want to stop taking smoking breaks at work in general. Try that. Second, identify the triggers. You may want to consider why you find yourself in a bad habit so compelling. Like, what is that dopamine spike doing for you, or that complacency doing for you in that moment? Why did you develop the habit in the first place, and what drives you to continue to go back to it? It could be as simple as seeing snacks on a kitchen counter prompting you to eat food when you're bored. Overeating, over snacking, perhaps moving them to a cupboard could prevent you from overeating. Sometimes the trigger for our bad habits can be emotional. Is it boredom, tiredness, stress, work, life? Life be lifing sometimes. So trust me, you're not the only one. But these are things to consider when evaluating what causes you to consume or to keep going back to the bad habit in the first place. 3, take baby steps into cutting out as many triggers as possible. It may help you change your behavior pattern by going for triggers themselves. Triggers are the events that kicks off the automatic urge in your body and your brain to complete the bad habit. This can be anything around us from our brain associates with a particular habit. These triggers, such as who you were with and what is around you, can have an invisible but impactful effect on your behavior, essentially. You can proactively put those snacks in the cupboard, or if you have a bad habit that's emotional, you may seek out ways to improve your mental health. This can range from taking deep breaths, meditation, praying, going on walks, or finding some kind of other way to exercise that need that you're currently having. Or if all else fails, find professional help. There's a lot of online therapists, in-person therapists that you can look into, or maybe just finding somebody that could be that emotional support for you when you're feeling triggered. Number 4. Replace the bad habit with something else. I know that sounds very simple, but trust me. Now, research shows that you simply stopping it or ending a bad habit doesn't really work. We've all kind of started something and be like, today's the last day, right? And then we go back a week later and it camps us again. You develop the habit for a reason and fulfill the need and provide a relief in your life at that moment of time. Instead, it may be more fruitful to substitute your habit with a good or even less better one. However, whatever the new habit does, it does not matter as much as how you makes it feel. The goal will be to feel good about your choices in your new habit. You want to be sure that the new habit doesn't leave you feeling poorly about yourself or even taking you back even worse than your other bad habit previously. Number 5, finding support. It's okay to be not okay. Trust me. Just because that bad habit is taking you does not mean you're a bad person. But finding some good help around you is important. It may be to find people who are trying to break the same bad habit. Groups that meet to quit drinking, smoking, or other habits that may provide emotional and moral support. This may help you stay accountable and provide someone to celebrate your victories with as well. Knowing that someone is expecting you to be better can be a powerful motivator as well. Understand that when you're going on this journey, you're not supposed to do it alone. It's hard doing things alone. When I say want to go fast, do it by alone. But if you want to go far, do it together. It's easy to say, I'm going to stop today, and then life hits you and you're back to square one where you were before. Trust me, I've been there. But it's harder to be like, hey, I really want more. I really need to be better. Let me find somebody that can help keep me accountable, help motivate me, help support me. So when those habits start feeling like I need to grab onto them, reach out to them. I promise you they'll be there for you. You are not a burden. Number 6 is visualize success. Visualize where you want to be. Visualize the life the person that you want to be, knowing that you kicked that bad habit. Close your eyes and see yourself throwing away the cigarettes or the junk food or the alcohol or the pornography from your house. Visualize yourself waking up early and going off to that long walk or jog or something activity. Whatever the habit is, it can be motivational to visualize yourself crushing it and enjoying your success. Because if you can't see where you want to go, how else can somebody else? Vision is what a lot of people lack when they're trying to be better. It's not that they can't do it, it's because they alienate themselves and they think that they're worthless or inadequate or it's impossible to do it. It starts with you first. The easiest thing for you to do is to break the bad habit. Trust me, it sounds weird. The hardest thing personally is either you believe that you can break the bad habit. So once it starts to appear, it starts materializing in your everyday life. And then lastly, be patient, be persistent, and have grace on yourself. It takes time. You may mess up from time to time. No one is perfect, but remember that consistency is the key. Over time, new brain connections can form. New habits can be made. Don't be so harsh on yourself for slip-ups. Just take it one day at a time. Trust me. This is your year. You're not on this journey alone. You're not the only person struggling with something that you can't just kick it. Understand that it's a journey, not a race. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Understand that if you take it day by day, work on yourself, and being intentional about how you really want to feel, where you want to see yourself going, and the people that are affected by how great you're going to be, trust me, you'll see yourself soaring. Let's kick those bad habits. 2024. Let's go.